3, 2, 1, go!
We are Paul Leonard
and Bryce Graskowski,
and this is 20 Minutes of Fitness.
Yo, Bryce, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How you doing?
Things are good.
Long time no see.
I think it's been 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, I missed last week. I was in, where was I? Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Nice and sunny there.
It was actually hot as shit, dude.
Or was it humid?
It's like 105.
What?
Yeah, it was like,
Good God.
it was like summer conditions.
Oh.
And, yeah, I only worked out once in the whole trip. I intended to work out every day, but by the time I got there the first day, I was just hurting from all the travel. Second day, I swam 1,000 meters in a 15-meter long pool.
Wait, what? 15 meters.
Back forth. Yeah.
Wow.
So just a little tiny pool.
Yeah.
And just back and forth. And then the next day I was going to run, and then I stepped outside, and it was 105 degrees outside, and I said, I'm taking a nap. And
So is that the wisest thing to take? How long were you there? A week? 4 days?
4 days.
So the wisest thing, taking 4 days off, 2 weeks before an Ironman?
I feel pretty good about it.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good.
And as of Sunday, I'm not drinking until the event.
So you're not drinking for a week a week?
Almost 2.
Wow, that's really.
And I might do scotch and cigars tomorrow night and cheat on it
Scotch
already.
and cigars.
We'll see. I can't make any promises.
Dude.
I told Rhiannon if I decided to drink anything to stop me and tell me I shouldn't.
Yeah,
And then
that'd probably be wise.
I made a plan to do scotch and cigars with Ben tomorrow night. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But if you're free tomorrow night,
Okay.
why not?
So how do you feel overall about your chances of completing the old Ironman?
I am 100% confident that I'm going to complete it.
Yep.
I'm not necessarily confident that I'm going to do as well as I would like to.
Okay.
And
Which is
I
like
think
12
it's going
and a
to
half
suck.
hours.
So yeah, my best case scenario would be 12 hours. That's
12
what I'm
hours.
thinking like is a possible time for me,
Yeah.
but an improbable time. And now I'm hoping between let's call it 13 to 15. That's my goal.
Okay. Well,
I'm giving a range.
I'm hoping you're in that 13 range. That'd be
13 would be
seems
nice.
To me, reasonable.
And I've been telling people this. This is my thought about the whole Ironman thing. If you're really good at it, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like the pros that most of the people that are doing the race I'm doing will be finishing in like 8-9 hours.
God.
Dude, that's not that bad. I mean, it's still crazy,
No, it's doing
but it's not that bad.
It's like Spartan race.
Whereas like
for us.
people like me that are going to take, call it 12 to 17 hours.
Yeah.
That's a long day.
That's a long time.
That dude that spent 17 hours was on the was
I think
working out for more than twice as long as the guys that win.
And a good way to think about it for people at home, how many hours are you awake during the day?
Oh,
And
yeah.
how much do you actually do activity-wise during that day? Most people are, if you're sleeping 8 to 10 hours, that's 14 to 16 hours that you're awake.
Yeah, so it's like getting up in the morning and doing fitness until you go to sleep
Go to bed, yeah.
with no breaks.
With very little sustenance, too.
Oh, you take lots of like all kinds of garbage in on the way in. Like, and then by garbage, I mean
you're
like
not sitting
clean
down-
gels and stuff.
You're not
Yeah.
sitting down for dinner, though, bro.
You're not sitting down for a meal, that's for sure. And then another one of those interesting facts that kind of makes you think how ridiculous it is. So I did the Century Ride on Sunday, so 100 miles. So rode from Diamond Head just past Kualoa Ranch and back with a bunch of like twists and turns along the way.
Yep.
And that's 100 miles. So the Ironman next weekend is going to be 112 miles. So basically the same difference.
Yep.
To put that into perspective, though, from Eva Beach, where I live,
Yep.
to the Waikiki Shell
Right.
is 26 miles.
Yeah.
So the Century Ride is like going from my house to like the heart of Waikiki and back, and then to Waikiki and then back, but on a bicycle. When I think about driving into Waikiki, I'm like, I don't know if I want to go, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be a long track.
You're going to ride a bike twice. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's not cool.
that's coming up, man. It's coming up.
That'll be good. That'll be good. So Kona, Big Island, on what date? What's the date that you're doing
So that is on October 8th, next week Saturday.
Next week Saturday, and there's an app, Ironman app.
There is an Ironman app. You can follow me.
Follow your progress
live.
I remember doing that when you did your first Ironman.
Yeah. And it has my tracker will be on my ankles, so it'll tell you where I am every time I get to a checkpoint.
Hopefully you're done, though, by the time I wake up, because I'm just going to be chilling in bed until probably noon, and you're going to start at midnight the other day.
I'm starting at 6:40, so by noon I should be about halfway. I should be biking.
God, Damn.
When you're having dinner, I'll be finishing up, hopefully.
I'm going to wake up and I'm going to drink. That's what I'm going to do.
I might too.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll be drinking water mostly. But
all right, we're down to
yeah,
it.
so that's coming up quick, and been definitely stopped doing. I was doing lots of CrossFit training over the last little bit, but now I've stopped that again and gone straight to running, swimming, and biking. So I biked Sunday.
Okay.
Don't need to bike much more. Set my bike to Kona actually yesterday.
Good. Oh, good.
So it's on its way back to Kona. Although I still have my other bike. We do bike next week, which I thought we might. And then I swam 2 kilometers yesterday. I swam a 1.2 mile first, and then I finished off 2 kilometers to finish it off. And then we did the run swim today.
Yep.
So Koalina.
How far did you swim?
I actually didn't check what it is on my thing, but I swam 8 lagoons and then run in between them all.
Yeah.
They're roughly 150 meters each.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
1,200 meters. So.
And that took 35 minutes. So
is that what it was?
good.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you did 5 of the 8 lagoons.
Yep.
And then, but you ran further than I did.
Yes.
So in the end, you did actually slightly more distance than I did.
Yeah, but I didn't.
But you didn't swim as much.
I would have had to swim probably 2 more lagoons to end up the same amount of work as you did, I would say.
That's probably fair.
And you would have beat me by 1 lagoon.
Yep.
And change.
But in the end, it was a really good little training, little workout session.
Absolutely.
So
easy
fun.
one. Different modality or different training stimuluses put into the same one without any equipment.
Yeah.
Which is always a nice thing about body weight stuff.
So nothing there. You don't even need shoes. You need goggles.
Goggles.
That's
and
it.
You could get away without that too if you're.
But you'd have to be able to come to Koalina to do this one.
That's true.
So there's kind of a caveat there.
Well,
like anybody from the mainland listening, I'm sorry,
suckers.
You
bro.
can't do this.
Yeah.
Like you could pick a lake close to you.
Yeah, they
but
could
it's
swim.
getting close to winter now. So I don't know if I would.
But yeah, it's kind of nice. You can't really do that in an affiliate.
That's true.
So it's kind of fun getting out, outdoors stuff.
And gotta love running by bikinis. Just saying.
Yeah. So you gonna go back to CrossFit after the Ironman?
I don't know yet.
Don't know.
I honestly haven't decided what I'm going to do next.
Yeah.
At this point, I just got to get this done.
Yep.
Maybe I'm going to just bulk after this.
I'm bulking.
Just see how big I can get.
So we stayed at Turtle Bay this past weekend. I was at 208 pounds.
Oh,
I was 201.
That's almost a record, right?
It's close. Yeah, 211 is my record.
Wow.
I was 201 when we left on. Did we leave on Friday? Yeah, on Friday.
7 pounds in 3 days.
Yeah,
that's
impressive. Yeah.
Like lots of salt, or how'd you even do that?
A lot of
challenging,
really shitty food. A lot of buns, right? Because we don't really eat buns, and I had like bread, I should say, not buns. I had a pizza the first day.
Okay, pizza. Love it.
Chicken nuggets, breaded, right?
Okay.
Whole bunch of French fries, and next day I had, I had cake that my sister made that was really good, and
birthday
then
cake.
I ate
Happy birthday, Tommy. A little late,
yeah,
but it's still birthday week, right?
That's it. Birthday week, yeah. I ate half of that cake by the end of the time we left. So I think it was mostly the cake, but yeah, lots of bread, some hamburgers, stuff like that. So I think that a lot of excessive.
So how do you plan to get rid of all that?
Oh, I don't. I'm bulking for Halloween.
Okay.
Bane.
Okay.
I'll be Bane. So.
So you're just hoping that it's gonna all be muscle and not fat.
Actually, so funny thing is I've gained a little bit of, or I've done less activity. I've gained a little bit of weight, not much. I mean, I'm back down a few pounds now already. But my lean body mass is up like 4 pounds from a couple months ago. So just like I've been doing lower volume stuff so that I do build more muscle. Less CrossFit stuff, 1,000 reps of this, 1,000 reps of that. Heavier weights. Like I stopped using light kettlebells. I'm only using the freaking 70 pounder and the 88 pounder for stuff. And cutting my reps down just to try to add a little size.
Okay.
Cardio's not the best.
No,
it's gone down a little bit, but not too bad. I mean, swinging a heavier kettlebell around cranks up your stamina.
It's still swinging a kettlebell, yeah.
Severely, cardio-esque. So that definitely helps. But yeah, it was interesting to see my lean body mass go up from that. So I might do a bulk
little bulk session.
Yeah.
A couple months of it.
30 bulk, and then going to be getting married probably in December. It's looking like middle of December.
Off the market.
So then I'm going to have to cut.
Yeah.
For a month.
At least.
So I'll at least keep gaining weight till Halloween, and then somewhere in November start cutting.
And you want to be lean for the wedding.
At least not look like a slob. I want to look good on our weekend-long honeymoon.
There you go.
Yeah.
And for wedding photos, I suppose.
Whatever.
She cares.
Who looks at those?
She cares.
I don't look at them.
And that was
Nobody's
actually
gonna be looking at me either. They're gonna be looking
none
at her.
of this is what we were actually talking about. Talking about today, though.
Right.
So what we were talking about, what we said 2 weeks ago,
Yep.
we were going to talk about today, is the fact that if I decide to go back to a CrossFit
I
gym.
was trying to segue you into the CrossFit gym when I said, "Are you gonna go back to CrossFit?"
Oh
So you
yeah,
missed
I
that.
skipped that.
Yeah.
Skipped it completely.
Yeah.
So if I decide to go back to a CrossFit gym, I'm going to be paying, let's call it $175 a month.
Yep.
And I think it's actually more than that here, but let's go with $175 a month.
That's a good
I
number.
happen to know that was the number you used for your back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to spend $175 a month, and to me, that sounds like an awful lot of money, especially considering I already have the gym equipment at home. So maybe I'm a bad exception.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have all the equipment at home, it still seems like a lot of money to spend every month.
Yeah.
But from your perspective as the gym owner that sold his gym because it wasn't worth running it anymore.
Yep. What is the
why is that not even enough in your opinion?
Yeah. Well, first off,
if it was enough, you wouldn't have sold your business.
Yeah, exactly. First off, like if you take $175 a month, that's $2,100 a year. So you could sink that into some gym equipment, which nowadays would buy you like 2 dumbbells, I think, right? But if you did that for multiple years, you could. Excuse me. Oh God, cut that out. Burping.
Don't do that.
If you did that for a
That's
couple
all this weekend coming back up.
Yeah, let's say 3 years, right? You'd have $6,000. You could put together a pretty good gym for $6,000. Question is, how much do you use it? Most people build their home gyms and don't use them at all.
I do use my home gym actually.
You actually use yours more than I think anyone I know.
More than most people.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of stuff in my house and I'm not using any of it now. But so you could do that. You could go that route. But what I see is most people end up back into a gym anyway because they just, it's too easy to be lazy in your own house. So $2,000 a year. What else is that? So people say, oh, that's so much money. It's too expensive. That's 20 packs of cigarettes a month. Okay. If you're a cigarette smoker.
20 packs of cigarettes a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's most cigarette smokers are between a half and a full pack a day. Let's say you're right in between. That
sounds like a lot of cigarettes.
That's a month's worth of cigarettes.
Okay.
So if you just quit smoking.
Okay.
If you look at it in alcohol, like here in Hawaii, that's less than 10 drinks in a month. Out if you go out to eat.
Okay.
Right? Because it's average drink here. I'm not talking about beer. Beer you could double the number, but average drink here is at least $15. You're going to leave a tip because you're not a cheapskate. And actually, if you think about it, every time you go out, you usually eat too. So it's actually, you could cut that number probably into a third, and that's actually how many it
if
is.
You're going out for it. And then what about if you're partying at home?
Oh, good question, Paul. 6 cases of beer a month.
Okay.
Which is at a $30 case.
Okay.
I'm not sure what beer even is. I'm assuming you're not drinking the cheap shit, Paul. I've seen the whiskey you drink. It's 1 bottle of your whiskey, if that.
That's probably true.
You pissed double that away on Scotch and Cigars night.
Yeah, I make good choices.
Yeah. And you do that once a month, so there you go. Then if you look at it from health-wise, right? So your health costs all go up if you don't do CrossFit or don't join a gym and all that stuff. So if you don't exercise. It's interesting, $2,000 a month is actually the raise in premiums if you have the average raise in premiums in the United States. Here it's probably more. If you have diabetes or high blood pressure, which are probably the 2 number 1 things joining a gym.
You're saying that your health insurance goes up because of those things?
If you have pre-existing conditions such as that, they're gonna tack on. So you know how you get your
I thought they changed that all with the whole Obama thing where they
Obamacare's gone, dude.
No, but they had Freedom Care Act, so it's now they only get to charge based on age and not based on anything else.
Maybe, but you know how they do that?
It's true, I know this.
Yeah, you have that.
I have a business.
That physical, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, that could also be your medicine cost.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost you out of pocket, right? For all your copays and shit like that.
Okay.
Because I don't really know anybody that has 0% copays unless you're on state aid. And if you're on state aid, you ain't joining a fucking gym anyway.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so it's going to cost you $2,000 more in health on average, healthcare. Let's see. If you have no insurance, diabetes is $575 a month on average to pay for your insulin and all those other great things that you get to all your little tests and all those things. So that's what 3 months CrossFit right there.
Okay.
having diabetes for a month.
Okay. So you're saying don't get diabetes.
Don't get diabetes.
But CrossFit will help you stop it.
Another thing is, what do we always say? CrossFit is it's protection against being in a nursing home, right?
Yeah.
Learning how to squat, standing up, getting off the ground, all that stuff. That's usually why people go into nursing homes. A nursing home is $7,500 a month on average. That's kind of low end, actually. So
that does include your rent and everything.
Yeah, but
okay.
But
yeah, fair enough.
They're just bleeding you for everything you got. So that's a month. So that's, what is that, like
that's lots.
$90,000 a year. That's a lot of money. So that obviously can mitigate a good portion of that, because obviously, like you said, it is cost of your entire living probably doubled, I would say.
Okay, so now playing devil's advocate to your little thing here.
Yep.
You're giving me all kinds of good reasons why I should get healthy.
Yep.
But not why you should charge me $180 a month.
So some people say, oh,
like, how about I pay you $110 a month, and you still give me all that benefit?
Yeah. Why don't I go to Planet Fitness and do?
Why are you ripping me off still?
$50 a month or whatever. Why does this cost so much? All right, so
why is it actually? That's the big question.
Why is it?
Why should it cost that much? In your opinion, why should it cost?
And it should cost more. I've noticed CrossFit is the same price on average that it was 10 years ago, and nothing is the same price it was 10 years ago. Everything is at least 40% more than it was 10 years ago for the most part. Okay. And CrossFit's still in that $180 range.
Yeah.
A general unlimited membership. So there's been no real raise. So there should have been a raise. It was reasonable 10 years ago at $180 a month, like for the gym owner, because rents were lower, electricity costs were, all these costs were lower. We're at almost 10% inflation right now. So your gym membership should be going up 10% as well, just like everything else, because my costs as a gym owner are all going up 10%, right?
Yeah.
It does it doesn't, just because I don't charge you more doesn't mean I'm not getting charged more. I'm getting charged more. So that's one reason it's got to go up. So let's say you've got 140 members at your gym.
140 sounds like
all
a
right,
good gym.
That's average gym is at 100.
Okay,
and they're all struggling. So 140 is kind of the number you need to get to run a decently successful gym.
Okay.
And that is $25,000 a month.
Okay, that's what's coming in
membership,
on 180?
Roughly, yeah, at 180. Now, there's going to be a whole bunch of people that aren't paying 180 or 175 because they're going to be on like the active and fit thing. You're only getting 100 and something from that. You get a lot of people with the smaller memberships, 2 days, 3 days a week, whatever that might be.
Oh, yeah, military discount or
military. Right, yeah, we have military discount, right? Exactly, okay. Especially here, that one's huge. So let's say you take your overhead. It's going to be at least like $6,000, and I'm talking rent, electricity, internet. You're going to have a website. You're going to have what do you call it? Most people have an app now, some sort of app, WOD hosting app. Like we had,
be on the whiteboard.
Yeah, on the whiteboard. You're also paying for all your other apps like QuickBooks and whatever your membership app. What's that? Push press type
push
of thing.
Press one.
And you could do away with some of those, but not all of them. So you're talking about $6,000, and that's a moderate. That's a $4,000, $4,500 rent. Oh, look at these punks trying to copy us, dude. They're getting ready for the Ironman too, man.
Hey,
that dude looks way trimmer than you, bro. You know, whoop your ass. Yeah.
I think they work out more.
Yeah.
Or at least differently.
So $6,000 a month for overhead, right? So you take that off the top of your 25,000. You're at, what are you at? 19,000.
Yeah. 19,000.
Okay. Well, actually,
6,000. Oh, you said 6,500. So we're at 18,500.
Actually, at $25,000, you have to take off. You have to take off about 30. What's taxes?
30%, easy.
Yeah, 30%. So that comes to 16,000. Okay.
So now we have 16,000.
16,500. And take the 6,500 off
is
for overhead.
Okay.
You're at $10,000 left over.
Okay.
Okay.
What other cost is there?
Pay people.
Pay people. Oh, who do we have to pay?
So you either have to pay coaches and pay yourself.
Okay.
All right, and whoever else owns the place, and buy equipment because that's extra.
So about how much a month are we spending on equipment?
I mean,
are we averaging 500?
Ideally, yeah. Ideally, $6,000 a year. would be nice, because then you could keep refreshing.
So let's call it 500 is a good number.
I would spend $2,000 a year on 10-pound plates, right?
So let's call it 500 a month that you're putting into the equipment, whether you're immediately doing so or
you're still at 9,500, which isn't bad a month.
So 9,500.
You got to pay. Let's assume you're not doing all the work.
Oh, what about insurance?
Oh yeah,
that's not part of your 6,500.
I didn't even think about. Right, you've got insurance and affiliate fees.
Yeah,
affiliate fees right now are $3,000 a month. I was paying $2.
No, a year.
I mean a year.
Okay.
So, what is that? That's not quite $300. So call $300 a month.
Okay, sure.
A month. Or yeah, 200. Call it 200 because I was paying 2,000.
Yeah.
And then insurance is a little bit more than that.
Okay.
And so figure.
So let's call it 500 a month between those two.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so now you're at 9,000.
9,000.
$9,000 a month sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does. But now you got to pay people.
Okay.
So that's going to cost you how many hours you want to work? There's my question.
So you can't work all of it yourself.
Right. So let's say
you have a morning coach, so you don't have to do the early morning stuff.
Yep.
And you have like a assistant, like a front desk assistant kind of person.
Yeah, absolutely. So like Des, right? We paid Des, we paid Scrappy, at one point Josh, and then I had a lot of free help, right? Which isn't the best.
That's taking out of the big number.
Business-wise, yeah, exactly. Business-wise, you're better off. You'll get better coaches paying for them, right? You boss them around more.
Definitely.
So you're probably going to be paying 2 people, 3 people. You're paying at least 1 full-time person.
Okay.
So that's you got to be paying $35,000 a year.
At least.
Yeah, at least. I think probably more than that.
Yeah, so 40,000's $20 an hour.
Yeah. So I'm thinking you're going to be paying at least 50 G's a year. What's that come to a month?
For the 3 people?
50,000 divided by 12 is, so that's 4,000. So where were we? We're at 9,500.
So now we have $5,000 a month left.
Right. So I got to get paid.
So now you're getting paid $5,000 a month,
which isn't bad.
Nothing left.
And then there's nothing left. Which that's not bad.
Yeah.
I would be fine with that. That's at 140 members.
That's at 140 members.
If you're below that,
paying. Yeah.
Where does it all come out of? Your pocket.
And then what happens if there's a pandemic or something like that? Well, then you're just plain fucked.
Then you're fucked for years.
But like without that happening,
right?
What happens if you have a couple slow months because a bunch of military people ship out?
Yeah, here you get military people shipping out where I've lost 13 people in 1 week.
Or we get like what are they called? The Orange Theory moving down the street and takes half your membership.
F45 moves across
that's what
the
I
street,
meant. Yeah.
Literally across the street.
And takes half your members. So
gone. Yeah, all those things. So you have to have marketing budget. So you could take another $500 off your put that into your overhead
out of your 5,000
at least. Yeah. So because you need to replenish those people coming in.
Otherwise, you don't have more people coming in.
And you're also probably gonna have to spend some more time. Time is one that you will say goodbye to as a gym owner. Your hourly pay will be somewhere around, maybe if you're lucky, $35 an hour if you're lucky. Probably going to be more like under 20, which is probably the same amount you're paying your coaches to coach. So you're almost better off if you want to be a coach, a CrossFit coach, just go work for somebody and have them pay you.
Yeah, in the end, you'd probably make the same kind of money and you wouldn't get to call yourself a gym owner. But other than the pride of that,
take the money that they pay you, build a garage gym, and say you own that gym.
Yeah. So in the end, with all that, you're saying I should be having to pay more than the $175 a month.
Because, like I said, the average gym in the United States, or in CrossFit, average CrossFit gym, because probably in the United States, it's probably doing better. Worldwide, it's probably a little less than 100 people. But the United States is about 100 people.
So,
and that reason is because if it's less than 100, they go out of business. And there's just not that many that have more than that.
Why do I have, right now I have a 24-hour fitness membership, okay?
Yeah.
I pay $200 a year for it.
Yeah.
And as long as I go 46 times in the year,
you get paid
Active
back.
and Fit pays it back.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's equivalent of, let's call it, I think the paid version of that without doing the Active Fit thing might be $30 a month.
Okay, so $30 a month.
How is 24-hour fitness?
Okay, $30 a month.
$30 a month.
Are you?
When you need 180.
Are you or your wife on street parking?
My wife was
Okay, what's that cost?
20.
Okay, so now we're at $50 at least.
If I'm using
Is she
that
on
programming.
Peloton now?
That's unrelated to the gym, though.
But is there a Peloton membership? No, I mean,
Nothing to do with the gym.
Huh?
That's nothing to do with the gym. Peloton's like its own separate thing.
No, but I'm saying, is there a member? Do you have to pay for Peloton programming of any sort? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying what you're getting for CrossFit. You're getting programming.
But what I'm saying is the Peloton has nothing to do with me going to 24-hour fitness.
No, I know that. I was just asking you if there's a Peloton.
Yes, it costs
What's
something.
that cost?
I don't even
know.
know.
You don't know. Yeah.
Not my
But
department.
my point is what do you get from 24-hour fitness? Not much is the answer. You get to use somebody's equipment.
Yeah.
That'd be like me going over your house and using all your shit. That's all
you do that.
Yeah, I do. And you don't charge me. Yeah, exactly. That's great.
Like a second.
Yeah, you end up come and drink your fucking whiskey sometimes.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm making out. That's my favorite gym membership. Shit. But you get programming from your CrossFit gym, right? Versus
so if I spend $30 a month though at 24-hour fitness.
Yep.
And then I spend $20 a month for it's called Spiel programming, so I like them better than street parking.
Yeah.
So now So now for $20 a month I get my programming.
Yep.
For the other $30 a month I get my equipment.
Yep.
So now for $50 a month I got the same thing I get from CrossFit.
Yep. All right. Are you working out with anybody?
Nope.
At the gym? Nope. And even if you are you getting the same intensity as you do in a CrossFit gym? Because I just picked up that dumbbell, put it there. I got to do do they have echo bikes at the
Maybe, I don't know.
or whatever, treadmill. Let's say I got to run. I got a 400-meter run, and then I got dumbbell snatches. I'm doing my 400-meter run. I'm fucking killing it. I walk over, my dumbbell's fucking gone.
Yeah.
So, but intensity is here, and what creates useful change is the intensity of CrossFit, right? You can't get that intensity there. The other thing you don't have, unless you pay them, is a coach, right?
Yeah.
Personal training, which you can absolutely do at any 24-hour fitness. You'll get somebody that did an online garbage course and doesn't know jack shit, knows about a quarter of the shit that you know just from working out most of your life, right?
I'm also a level 2 CrossFit coach, but
that too, exactly.
So let's go back to my question though.
And that costs between $50 and $120 an hour.
Okay, so I get all that, but that doesn't answer my question in the slightest. You're skirting my question here, bud.
All right.
So how can I get away with only paying 24-hour fitness $30 an hour, or $30 a month, and they're thriving?
Oh, okay.
And I'm paying you $180 a month, and you're quit.
So
how are they doing so good with so little?
I actually had a friend. Her family owned 6 Planet Fitnesses.
Okay.
And she said to me one day, I want to start doing CrossFit because I got to get in shape. I said, what the hell are you talking about? You own 6 Planet Fitnesses. Like, she was the manager of some of them. And she's like, oh, we're not in the fitness industry. I'm like, what? She's like, we're in the membership industry. And it all made sense. This was in Connecticut. So for Planet Fitness in Connecticut 10 years ago, they needed 2,000 people, members, to open the doors of that gym.
Okay.
Membership. That's before they opened the building, right? In the beginning. So, but when they come to your town, they're like, hey, we're going to put a Planet Fitness in here. Dude, they haven't signed shit until they get 2,000 members. So, because they have to make 2,000 members to pay their overhead, which is their equipment and the building and all that good stuff.
Okay.
So they know that's the average because it's a membership business.
So there must be massive gyms to fit 2,000 people in there.
The other thing they rely on, because also with all these big gyms, they have maintenance agreements because they have a mortgage on all the equipment. Because they have a couple $3 million plus in equipment. They have a mortgage out on that. And so the people that own that mortgage say you have to have this guy maintain it. So it's all a scam, just like everything else. Bars, restaurants, you'll hear the same thing from them. If they get more than 10% of the people showing up, they need more members that don't show up because their maintenance fees go up because of the breakage. So that was part of her thing. She said 10% is what so 200 people can show up
with 2,000 members.
With 2,000 members.
So
if it goes over that, they start losing money again.
So with 24-hour fitness, and I led you for this. I knew this is where this was going. 24-hour fitness, they're counting on people to not show up. So how many people at 24-hour fitness have a membership and don't actually go?
Here, where they are, what they're paying, my guess is they have to have 5,000 members.
Yeah, maybe more.
To make money. to make
maybe
their
even
profit.
more than that. And I bet they have it without a problem. Because how many people do you know that have a 24-hour fitness membership?
Almost everybody.
Even though they don't use it.
Yeah, tons of people.
So that's fair.
And a lot of like yourself, your insurance pays it. A lot of companies pay it.
Yeah,
they pay for the whole. Like they'll give Four Seasons a deal. They're like, hey, your whole staff gets membership. Here's the price, because they know out of the 300 people that work at Four Seasons, like 10 of them are going to show up, right? Yeah. And even that, how many times are they going to show up?
Yeah,
a couple times a month.
Well, even I have a 24-hour membership because of swimming, because I need a pool close by. I use their pool. That's it.
Yeah,
I don't use any of their other equipment.
Right. So that's how these companies
and their
work.
fucking pool was down for 2 of the months of summer.
Yep.
So I had to go to the public pool anyway.
And then to answer your question about like what happens when a pandemic or something happens, BJ Penn, who just was running for governor. The reason he was running for governor is because of the pandemic. He's down to, I believe, 2 UFC gyms from 6, because the 2 years that they limited our existence of whatever, in whatever way, shape, or form, he lost 4 of his gyms to keep this one here open, and I believe one downtown. So that's what happens when you have, and that's a gym that is in the middle, kind of a CrossFit gym, but they have all the Globo gym stuff because they're also a membership gym.
Yeah, they need that membership as well, just like 24-Hour Fitness does.
Yep.
And they're counting on people not show up. But they have a little bit more programming.
They have a little bit more programming, but and to pay for that extra programming, they have trainers. They have a little more. It's a little better for you fitness wise as a member, but it also costs.
Yeah, that's not $30 a month.
It costs almost 3 times as much, I believe. I think
that
it's like almost $100.
So at that point, by the time you add that in and a little bit of their extra programs, you're damn near a CrossFit membership.
Yep, and so they don't need quite as many people as the 24-hour fitness.
So now, last thought. As a CrossFit gym owner, why not knock your prices down to $30 a person and get into the membership model?
Right. So same issue, bigger issue CrossFit has than even the Globo gym is the maintenance. If I start selling memberships for $100 a month and I double the membership, my cost of all the equipment goes through the roof.
So even though you have twice as many people, you're only charging half. You charge half as much, twice the people.
Right.
You got the same amount of revenue coming in.
Yep.
But now you have twice as many people in the space.
Right.
Trashing the weights.
And now you need more people working too.
You need more people working.
So your bottom line costs go up, and you need more members to make up. So it's like when a company gives you do Groupons or even a coupon, right, of 20% off to make the same amount of money at 100% that you have to make at 20%. It's not 120%. It's like 160%. You have to make 60% more business to give 20% off. So it becomes it's a hard model. It's a hard, discounting anything is hard. It's a race to the bottom, right?
So in theory though, you could do the subscription model. It's just that it's too expensive. Like, if you could get people to come and pay for membership but not use it because you were at that price point, but you can't get low enough with a CrossFit gym in that price point to make it that people don't care. People, when they're paying $180 a month, they're either using it or they're canceling their membership.
There would always be too many people coming.
Yeah,
because that's the other problem all the time. Is it's class times. It's people working out together is the whole thing. So if people are working out together at 24-hour fitness, you need how many pec machines do you need at a time? Yeah, you can't have one anymore. You can't have 2 pairs of 50-pound dumbbells. You need 8 pairs, right? So that's the problem with a Globo gym. It works because nobody's on the same program. That's also why it works there.
Yeah, they can all do different
there is
things.
No programming. Everybody's doing something different.
Yeah.
And there is no need to have 5 pieces of equipment.
But if you've got a WOD posted, now you need to have a whole bunch of the same stuff.
Let's say there's 2 pieces of equipment in the WOD.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
And that's why it doesn't work. So it just, logistically wise, it just doesn't work. And then space. You need a lot more space for somebody to do CrossFit, to do a WOD, than somebody to do
pec flies.
And pec flies, because the machine's taking up the space anyway.
Yeah.
Now you have a person on the machine.
Or you're on a bench with free weights, but you're not running around and jumping and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough.
You need floor space. Yeah.
All right. Well, we have taken long enough. So thanks for sticking in there, guys. Subscribe, comment, do things, talk to us, make us famous. Bryce is counting on it.
That's right.